Here's a quick snippet from one of our private mentorship calls with a student. Enjoy the value and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Telegram to stay connected with the FX.Professor community.
Okay, so repeat that question again, please.
Okay, so I said like, how do you handle like if your fear of missing out? Because for example, like I'm someone that when I just open this chart and I just draw this demand zone, then I see that price is already there or price is already rejecting. I just want to jump in. I'll never think about like where I'm going to take profits, where I'm going to put my stop loss, if the risk to reward makes sense, nothing. I'll just jump in because I don't want to lose out on making money. So
Because number
and
one,
it actually affects me a lot.
which is what we just discussed now. You cannot just number one, you can't just enter a trade without having a plan for that trade. You see, when you start trading and you don't have a plan for a trade, you don't know what you want to do. You don't know what or how you're going to react if something happens during that trade. And that is why a lot of people struggle with emotions because they have no plan before that trade.
Mm.
If
Proper.
you've analyzed your chart, you know that this is how I want to enter my trade. Once price gets to this level, I want to take TP1, move my stop loss to break even in the process. Then once I've secured TP1, I want to let the remaining of the trade run to my take profit. If that happens, market gets to your TP1, you've already identified, because you've planned, you've already identified where you want to secure TP1, and you follow the plan. That's going to help with your psychology and your emotions because you already know you've pre-planned the trade. But in a situation where you just jumped in it, you don't even know if you want to secure partial profit, then a lot of thoughts will start coming into your head. What should I do? What should I do? Should I take it here? Should I not take it there? Then you start making irrational decisions that is going to do what? That is going to impact your decision making. So that is why people say, plan your trade and trade your plan.
Okay.
So before you enter any single trade, understand why you want to enter that trade. Why? There should also be a why. Why am I entering this trade? Always ask yourself questions. These are the questions I ask myself when I'm trading. Why am I taking the trade? Then I'll tell myself, Ray, you have to be honest with yourself. You can lie to other people, but you can lie to yourself. Why am I taking this trade? Am I taking this trade based on the fact that I've done my analysis and my analysis tells me to buy? Am I buying or selling based on my analysis? Or am I buying or selling because I am scared of missing out on this trade? And I keep telling myself, be honest with yourself. If my answer is actually I am scared because I don't want to miss this opportunity, then Ray, you should not be trading.
Mm.
Then I stop. If my answer is yes, I have this confluence number one, confluence number two, market structure break, change of character, pivot, rejection, candlestick signal. Okay, I have 5 or 6 confluences. Perfect. That means I am buying or selling based on my technical analysis.
Mm.
That's fine. Then that's the first why. Then I ask myself, what is my plan for this trade? Am I securing partial profits or I want to hold all or nothing? In most cases, I say, you know what, Ray, it's all or nothing. So when market is going and I'm seeing a lot of pullbacks, I have already made up my mind when I'm taking that trade that it is all or nothing. That gives me that confidence. It makes me want to continue to hold because that's my plan. I have to stick to it.
What if
And the
okay.
second question is, I ask myself, if market comes back down, am I okay? Watch it come back down to my entry. So you see, all of these things are the things I would have asked myself before I enter a trade. So once I answer that question, you know what? If it comes back to my entry, what do I want to do? Am I moving my stop loss to break even once I have moved a certain pips? Or am I going to leave my stop loss as it is? Either you come back down to my entry and hit my stop loss, or it's break even. You see, these are the these are the questions I'm going to have to ask myself before I jump on the trade. So that when I am running, you see, when you're trading here, it's very, very hard to to be yourself on the trading, because a lot of things are going to be running through your mind. And if you're not strong, if you don't have a solid plan, you are going to make a mistake. So, but once I've asked myself all of these questions, I know what I want to do, then I'm just gonna have to stick to the plan.
Okay.
So you always have to ask yourself questions. Why am I taking this trade? What am I doing when market gets to this level? Is it all or nothing? Am I securing partial profits or not? Or is it all or nothing? Once you have answers to all your questions, it's going to help you psychologically. So when market is pulling back, you already know, okay, it's fine. I have decided. Even if it comes back down and hit your stop loss, you know that you've made your decision, and it's gonna prevent you from irrational decisions like you revenge trading, because you actually planned it. So you have to always speak to yourself too sometimes when trading. Ask yourself questions. So you're back to your question. How do you handle fear of missing out? Fear of missing out can be handled by you understanding your system that you're trading. If you trust your system so well, if you see a setup, you should not be scared of missing it out, because you know that you trust yourself to identify another quality one. Market is always going to provide you opportunities. We have opportunities all the time in the market. The only problem is that we cannot see everything because we have multiple time frames. So you cannot check every time frames on all pairs. But if you trust your system, that you know for a fact that I know my system. Once, if I miss this one, I can see another one without having to stress. Then you just let it go. So it is discipline, it is confidence in your system, and it is experience. So overcoming fear of missing out is not a stomach pain that you have to take paracetamol and it's gonna get fixed. It's not gonna get fixed in a day, in a week, in a month. You have to continue to trust your system. You have to have traded over a certain period of time, trust your system, build confidence in the process, and gain experience. It is that experience that is always going to fight for you all the time. You understand? So don't be worried if you're going through fear of missing out now. What you should be worried about is, what am I doing to do what? To fix this. Even if you do something to fix it now, don't be scared if you make the same mistake again tomorrow. Because why? You are a human being. You will continue to make mistakes. But the more you make these mistakes, yeah, you try to fix it, the better you start getting at it every single time. It's going to get to a point in time whereby you'll be like, you know what? At this point, fuck it. I'm strong enough. I can do this. Because there was a time, yeah, I made so much mistake to the extent that at that point, I did not even care of losing anymore. That's experience. Because I've lost so much. I'm like, you know what? If I lose it, I lose it. I don't give a fuck. That's now when I get that winning trade. Because I don't give a fuck anymore. So in order for you to succeed in Forex, you need to have that mindset of not giving a fuck sometimes. But not that you not giving. No, I'm not saying you should go and be blowing account or knocking your lot size, 100 lot size, or that you don't give a fuck. Oh. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
But you get the gist, right?
Yeah, I get your point. I get your point.
Exactly.
I get your point.
Have I been able to answer your question?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, great.
Oh,
So,
and also, among boys,
yeah. That's it. If you have any
uh,
questions, just let me know. And
okay.
let's round
And
it up
also,
because it's almost 7 o'clock. I have to go get ready.
oh, okay. So, like in terms of like gaining experience, I feel like back testing is a good way. But would you recommend? It's like at my stage right now. Would you recommend me opening an account first and like trading? I mean, I can afford to lose the money. Like when I open the account, I just deposit a little money. Or would you advise that I like first back test first and like gain gain a trust in the system first before moving into like live account and like trading?
It depends. It depends on your person as well. Me personally, I really don't like backtesting. I do backtest, but I don't like it. I don't enjoy it that much because my personality, I don't like to read unless it is like a finance book or any book that has to do with personal development. But in school, I don't like to read. I don't like to write things down.
Okay.
I don't like to write things. I don't like writing unless I'm typing or I'm writing a book or a course or something. But me writing, I don't like it. So I don't think I have that patience. I'm very patient when I'm trading, but I don't know how to put it. I think I'm impulsive sometimes. So I really don't like backtesting, but I used to back it, but I don't enjoy it. So when at the begin at the start of my trading journey, I was not backtesting.
Mm,
So everything I was doing then, because I needed money those times, right? I was forward testing. So at the beginning of my trading journey, yeah, I did a lot of trial and error.
okay.
But the only thing I did was I was not trading with huge capital. So I was not necessarily losing uh money. I was just going back and forth. I started with like 3,000. My 3,000 would go back to like 1.5, 1.6. It would go back to 2,002, 2003, 2.4. I'll go back to one something again. I was just floating back and forth. Like I said, I never blown an account. I haven't.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I
Wow.
was in one place for
That's
a
a
very,
big
very
one.
long time. Because one thing God blessed me with trading, I am not greedy
Mm,
and I'm very content.
mm,
You understand?
okay.
So, and I
Yeah.
understand, and I at the beginning I understood the reality of trading. So I knew what trading is all about and how how you could possibly lose a lot of money in the process. So I manage my expectations myself, and that is why it is easy for me to mentor people because I mentored myself. You understand? So
Yeah.
for me, I forward tested.
Okay.
It was now later when I was trying to develop different strategies on how to combine my pivot and my 200 EMAs to something. I was learning other strategies. That was now when I was now backtesting other strategies to
Okay.
understand. But at that point, I had already done a lot of forward testing at the start of my journey that I already built a system for myself.
Okay.
But for you in the process, I would say I really don't encourage people to start with demo account because with demo accounts, you cannot manage your emotions effectively. Start with something little,
Okay.
maybe something that you know you can that is not going to bother you. But that way, you're going to have the sense that you are trading a real money and you're going to manage it effectively. If you cannot manage $100 account, you can't manage a $10,000 account. Because
Mm,
with a $100,000 account, if you make $22 on it, you've made 22%. That means if you're managing a $10,000 account, if you make 22% on it, it's, it's still the same thing, just the
that's true.
number that is different. Percentage is percentage.
Okay.
So if you cannot manage a $100 account, you can't manage any big account. So start with something little. It's gonna build your confidence so quickly. You're gonna get to your destination so quickly because you are actually forward testing with real money. You are training yourself at the early stage. So I agree with you. Start with something little.
Little. Okay. All right.
All right. So, bro, let's round it up.
All
Uh,
right. No one.
I need to look at the market before I have two
Okay.
hours before market uh market opens again. So,
Okay.
you can always, if you have any questions, send them to me on WhatsApp. This is one of the benefits of the private mentorship. You can send me your chat, like I said, anytime, any day on WhatsApp. We can have our session anytime, any day. You just have to let me know, Prof. I need a session with you. And remember, yeah, it does not have to be technicals. It could be technicals, it could be fundamentals, it could be psychology tips, it could be like now we've talked before, we've been talking for over an hour now. We've done a lot of analysis. I've looked into your chat. Now we talked a little bit on psychology. So it is mentorship, right? So my job is to guide you through the entire process, make sure that both technically, fundamentally, mentally, emotionally, you are good to go. All right. So
Yes, sir.
don't worry, I've got you.
All
Okay.
right.
And
No
I know
one.
you
Thank you.
I know
Yeah.
you feel
Thank you
very
so
safe.
much.
I know you feel very safe, but I also need to reassure you all the time. Like I said, I'm also going to be your accountability partner. If you do anything, I go give you bankere, share you get. So, so always keep me posted, and I will be looking forward to see your analysis on WhatsApp during the week.
Okay.
And I like to answer questions. So you can see sometimes when you send me questions on WhatsApp, immediately I send you a voice message to explain. So I like it.
Yeah.
It shows me that you're working. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's leave it at that for now, so that I can also look at the chat one more time before
All
we.
right.
Okay.
All right. Go so all right.
Why
Take care,
would you
sir.
do that? All right
All
then. So
right.
if anything, just let me know. Yeah, hit me up.
Uh,
Oh, take care of yourself. Yeah. Well, safe. Cheers. Bye.